If you don't, please go get one real quickly. All right, this is Thursday. Shh. Guys, twins, come on. I need y'all focus. All right, so look, this is October the 7th. We are going to go through the warm up. Okay. I'm going to exempt you from the homework tonight. Well, only reason why is because some of you got a lot of stuff that you need to make up work on. So I'm just gonna just exempt it. Okay. So you can just do. You got these 2 days and just submit it. Um, we need to make sure that we understand how to read graphs. There's a quantitative sheet that I gave you that we didn't get to start yesterday, so we'll do that. And then we're gonna work on our study guide. We need another day for the study guide, so the test won't be until Monday because I really need to make sure you understand everything on that study guide. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to go ahead and do this, y'all. We don't have a warm up on this day, but we need to make sure that we submit. And if you want to go ahead and submit, please submit tonight. We have our warm up that we are submitting, and we have our homework that we're submitting. The homework sets, remember, it's just going to be B and C. So I'm going to go back up here and change this just to B and C, okay? We are going to work on our study guide. We want to make sure I finish that other sheet, but I also want to make sure I go through the study guide, and we'll just push the test to Monday because we're not ready right now. Okay, that'll give you a little time. And then that'll give me a little time on this too. Tutoring, if you need some help, just text me and we'll come up with a time. Okay, text me for tutoring. And remind, please. And we'll come up with a time that's good for you. We'll do it like that. Tomorrow, we need to make sure that we complete the study guide. And we're going to work on makeup work. Okay. Both days, look, we need to make sure that we get our makeup work completed if you got something. Guys, also, if your grade is low, please just go back and resubmit the low grades. It's still open. If it closes for whatever reason, the only thing that I close is the test and quizzes. Your test quiz, and if we hadn't had a project, we have a project next week. But anytime if the only assignments that I'm close, is just those tests and quizzes, okay? Everything else is open. So if you don't like that grade, you need to go back and redo it and resubmit, okay? Yes, baby. Hmm? Yeah, I didn't give you the study guide yet, though. No, I didn't. It was just the graphing paper. I didn't give you the study guide.
What's this? Oh.
Let me see. Does it say study guide on the top? No, that's just graphing. I didn't give you a study guide because we didn't get that far. Yes. Yeah. All right, let's work on the warm up, please. I'm gonna pause for the calls, and then I'm gonna pass out the study guide. Okay. For the exponents here, you subtract. You just do regular division. You know how to do long division.
Okay.
And you do have. I can show you in the calculator how to do that as well. Okay, so in the calculator, I am going to show you this part because this is very helpful to know. Your calculator will automatically put numbers in scientific notation. So you go to mode, and you see how it's so normal. Arrow over once to put it on scientific notation, and press enter. Okay. Please make sure you do this with me because I'm not going to give you the answer. You're going to have to type the answer in. Okay. So please make sure that you do that with me. So again, I'm going to explain it again. You go to mode and go over to SCI, which is abbreviation for scientific, and press enter. So it switches from normal to scientific notation. Any questions about this part? Yes.
What's the
I don't know. No, I don't know. No clue. I don't know. Look it up though. I'm pretty sure they have a manual. They tell you what that is. I have no idea. All right. So we press enter on scientific notation. We go back to the main screen by pressing second mode. Okay. Now it will put all of the numbers in scientific notation for you. Okay. All of your answers will be in scientific notation. So let's type this in. Let's practice typing this in. Okay. So we're going to type the numerator. Parentheses is right here. We got 1.0 times, didn't mean to put that twice, 10. Do caret key, which is right here. We got -4. Negative button is down here, y'all. Please don't use the -4 negative. Use the negative, okay? And close the parentheses. Any questions about that part? Okay. Now you're going to type division, which is right here. Now you're going to type the denominator. Parentheses, 2.5 times 10. Use the caret keys right here for exponent. Negative, don't forget the negative button, 2. Close the parentheses. Okay? So now you're going to press enter. In the calculator, when you press enter, you're going to see E. Okay? Let me tell you what E is. E means, okay, or it's equal to times 10. The number that's after E is the exponent. So whatever number is after E, so if it's E and you got E5, that means it's saying times 10 to the 5th power. If you have E -3, that means it's times 10 to the -3rd power. Okay? Any questions about that? So please write your answer down for this problem. Say again, baby, I'm sorry.
Do you solve the E or no?
Do you what now?
Solve the E.
Solve E.
So would you find the 10?
Yeah, we writing down E or?
No, you write down times 10 to whatever power.
Oh.
And then that's just the answer.
That makes sense. Okay. That makes okay.
So if it's 5e to the -2, this is a 5, sorry. Then that's 5.0 times 10 to the -2 power.
Okay.
That's that. That's not the answer. This is not the answer.
No.
I'm just giving you an example. Okay. All right. It says find the volume of a rectangular prism. A rectangular prism is like a box, okay? All right. That's a rectangular prism. It says with the length of 6, so L is equal to 6 inches. The width is 3. W is equal to 3 inches. And the height is 5. H is equal to 5 inches. The formula for volume of a rectangular prism is V is equal to length times width times height. So you are going to multiply all three measurements. You're going to multiply the length, which is 6 inches, times the width, which is 3 inches, times the height, which is 5 inches. You're going to multiply the numbers together, and you're going to get inches to the 3rd power. Okay? Because inches times inches times inches is inches to the 3rd power. Yes. Yes.
You were saying the answer.
Oh, I don't want the answer. I want you to write it. Sorry. I don't want to do it for you. You need to do something. Number 6, it says for the next 30 days, your boss can pay you in pennies. 1 penny on one day. So we got days and what number of pennies or something. All right, so on day 1, it's 1 penny on one day. It's 2 pennies on the second day. It's 3 pennies on the third day. It's 8 pennies on the fourth day. Oops.
It's 4 pennies on
4
day
pennies on the third day.
Wait a minute. First day is 2 pennies. Second day is 4. Thank you. Third day is how many? 4. And that's it. Okay, so it is 2.
2 pennies on day 2.
Is it 2 pennies on the? Okay. 2 then I thought it was 2 pennies on the okay, you're right, day 2.
And then 4 on 8 on 4.
We didn't do 4. All right, so how's this going up? Anybody know? It's being multiplied by 2. Okay, multiplied by 2. All right, so if I was to sketch this graph, what would it look like? I got 1 day, I go up 2. 2 day, I go up 4. I got 3 day, 1 1 2 2. Lord, my head is booming. This is awful. 1 1 2 2. Then 3 4. Then 4 and 8 is up here. So it's gonna be a curved line. Later on, you'll learn that this is an exponential function. All right, that's it. That's all we need. I'm not doing all the way to 30. Yes. Who is it on? Yeah, they gotta come back. All right, homework. Please mark out Thursday. Here, don't worry. I can't even read these numbers. Please don't worry about number 4. I wish I would have seen that earlier. Can't see that crap. Yeah, really, you graph these to see which one is going to be a straight line. This is a straight line here. This is a U-shaped line. This is where you have part of the line here and part of the line here. And this is a curved line. So really, you take a piece of graph paper and graph these to see which one's going to be the straight line, which one's going to be the U line, which one is going to have a graph that looks like this, and which one is just going to be a curved line. But you can't really see those numbers. All right. Any questions about any of these that you need to see? What's number 1? All right. So here it says the loop operates. Let me get my notebook. Thank you. What do you think this right here means? Any idea? If P stands for profit, let me write it down. This right here represents the profit. This right here represents the number of customers. Okay. So what do you think this means and what do you think this means? Any ideas? Yes.
The 2.5 probably means how much you're getting out of each person.
Yes, it does. This is the amount that you're collecting from each person. Okay. What do you think the negative 500 is? Yes.
Maybe it's the supplies.
maybe it's the supplies. It's how much you spent out to get this whole thing running. Okay, that's why it's negative 500. Good job. Okay, so your break even amount is going to be, if I break even, that means I don't own nothing, right? So that's going to be 0. Okay, so how do I solve this equation? Yes. Because that means I owe no money. If I break even, that means I don't owe any money, I ain't gain any money.
So when they mean break even, it means like it's just always zero.
It's just gonna be 0.
Oh, because I was confused with the word.
Yeah, I know. It's a confusing thing in the beginning, yeah.
Maybe to divide by 2.5.
Not quite. We are gonna have to divide by 2.5, but what do we have to do before that? What do you think?
Add 500 to each side.
Add 500 to each side. So when you add 500 to each side, this is 500 here. And this is $2.50 times the number of customers. Now, what do you have to do? Yeah. Now you do what you did and divide. Because technically what you're doing is trying to see how many customers have to come in for you to get the $500.
From the 0 the equal sign weren't there when I looked up.
Gotcha. You're fine. So let's type this in our calculator and see what we get for M. 500 divided by 250.
250.
$2.50. Sorry. And what did you get? Oh, take it off scientific notation. Mode, go back to normal. And that's 200. So how many customers do you need to get $500?
200.
You need 200 customers. Okay? Any questions about that? All right. Any other ones that you need to see from the homework last night? Yes, baby. Number 7. Number 7 says, which rule is not like the other ones, okay? So let's look at these. This one right here, you multiply a number times x minus 4. This one right here, x is an exponent. So we know these aren't alike because x is an exponent here. X is being multiplied here. And then look at this one. X is also an exponent here. So these two are very similar. The one that's not like it is this one right here, A. Okay, so explain. Yes, babe.
Because x is being multiplied except said number to the x power.
Okay, good. Here, right here, x is being multiplied by a number. This is going to be a straight line. This right here is going to be a curved line. And this is going to be a curved line. So these two are curved lines because x is an exponent. This one right here is linear because you're multiplying a number times the x. So this is linear, and these two are curved lines. So in number 7, A is the one that's different. It graphs a straight line. And if you needed to know that it graphed a straight line, you could graph it in your calculator. You can go to y equals, and you can type in 1.5x minus 4. And watch when I press graph. That's a straight line. Okay? All right. This one. Well, I mean, it's a calculator.
What's it doing?
Mm-hmm. All right, and then we go here. And the other line, we got, I'm typing in the second one right here, okay? Parentheses, and it's 1.5. And we're going to do caret key x, because x is an exponent. Close the parentheses minus the 4. It might not have enough space, but we'll see what it do.
And when you put the cleaver?
Well, I just deleted it. I just cleared. Yeah, I cleared it. Okay, so this is a curved line. Okay, it's not a straight line; it's a curved line. Then I'm gonna graph the last one. Yes, babe.
How did you get that?
I typed this in the calculator. Do you see how I went to y equals? And I typed in parentheses, I typed in the 1.5, and then I used this caret key right here,
Yes.
and I typed in x, closed the parentheses, and I said minus
4.
And that's it, and press graph.
Okay.
Okay? Anybody else? All right, so now clear this one, and then graph the next one, which was 2, caret key x, and when you graph that, it's a curved line also. Okay? So those two are curved lines, and the first one is a straight. All right. Okay. Any others? Yes. 9. A concert hall has 58 seats in the front row. So this is kind of, well, they want you to do it next now for this one. So write the table out like we did with, what did I do that with just now? I think in the warm up. All right. So you have the first row. So we got rows. The first row is what?
The first row is 58 seats.
58 seats.
Second row is 62. And the third is
62. And what's the other one?
66.
66. Okay. All right. So is there a pattern going on here?
Yes.
What's the pattern?
It's
Add 4.
You're adding 4. Okay. So adding 4 is the pattern. All right. So when you do next now, it's going to be starting at what number? What number are we starting with first?
58.
We're starting at 58. And then it's going to be your next number is going to equal to the now. And what are we doing to get this next number here?
Now
What?
plus 4.
Plus 4. And that's
You have
it.
the plus 4 again for the third.
For every single time you have to add 4. Okay. Got it? Okay. So how do we type? Do y'all remember how to type the next now in the calculator? What's the first thing that I type in the calculator? Anybody remember?
Your now, I think, or next.
The starting at. Type in the starting at.
58.
So type in 58, and then what do I do with that?
Enter.
Enter, and then what do I do after that?
Second,
And then the negative.
Second and negative, so that's my now in the calculator, and then what do I do?
Plus.
Very good. Okay, and so now I'm going to count. Okay, this is the second time. Do you see it?
So would that be row 2?
Row 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How far do they want you to go?
How many are in row
10.
5? Okay. Oh.
Okay, anybody else? Anything else? Yes.
I'm not sure if I did number 8 right. So
8?
if you go over
Mm-hmm.
that real quick.
Number 8, you're finding the distance between those 2 points. You guys didn't do Pythagorean theorem last year, did you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains a lot. It's okay. I don't know why I didn't do it, but that's all right. So here, what you're doing is the distance between it. So you graph the 2 points, and we'll cover this later on too, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And -1 and -1.
No, 1 and -1.
Is it +1 or
Yes.
-1?
Oh.
You go over by -1, then up by 1.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Negative, oh, you're right.
Across the
-1
x-axis.
and +1. All right, cool beans. From here to here. All right, so in order to find the distance from here to here, you have to draw a right triangle. So I'm going to draw
Kind of like how we had to do with the TV yesterday.
the same thing you do with the TV. I'm going to draw this right here. I'm going to count how many spaces it is from here to here. So how many spaces is it from here down to here? This is how many spaces. This is 4. How many spaces is it from here all the way to here?
6.
This is 6. So now we got to find out what this is. So does anybody remember the formula, Pythagorean Theorem that we use? A squared plus, very good. So my A, this is my A, this is my B, and the slanted side is always going to be my C. And it's also the side that's opposite of the right angle. Okay? So my A is 4. My B is 6. And C, I don't know. Right? So what's 4 squared?
16.
It's 16 plus what's 6 squared?
36.
Good job. Okay? All right, so now let's add these together.
58.
We have 58. So if we put,
52.
no, 50,
Yeah, I got
yeah, 52. That's okay, baby. All right, so now what are we doing on both sides?
Square root.
How do you type square root in your calculator? Second, right here, x squared, and then type in what, 52. And what does that give you?
7.2.
7 point,
2. I'm not even sure.
okay, about. Okay. All right, anything else? Yes, baby. Okay, 5, that's just like the one we did the day before, okay? So let's look at number 5. You see where it says area of a square. So don't forget, a square is where all the sides are the same. That looks like a rectangle. Okay? The formula for area of a square is A is equal to S to the second power. Do you remember that? Okay. What does it say that area is in this problem? What number is that? Okay, so let's plug that in here, okay? 200 about, and I'm glad you said about because the squiggly is in front of it. I don't want to confuse you by putting a squiggly there, so I'll just keep it equal, okay? S squared. Now what do we do to solve for, S? We find the square root. So when we find the square root, we type that in our calculator. Again, what keystrokes do you use to type in square root?
Second, and then the X.
Very good. So now we type in 227. Then what does that give us?
About 15.06.
Very good. Somewhere in there, right?
Yeah.
15.07.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. You okay, baby? All right. Okay, let's go ahead and put this in our folder. Please cross this out. Work on makeup work tonight. All right, let's take this sheet out. Quantitative graphs. If you don't have that sheet from yesterday, please raise your hand so I can do that, please. Did you already go to the restroom? Yes, thank you. Anybody else need it? I did. Yes, you need the sheet too or no?
Probably yes.
Ian, you said you needed the function notation sheet?
I have a football.
Nah, baby, I don't know. I have to print another one. I don't think I have anymore. Pass this back to Ian. All right. Let's look at the graphs. Let's look at the graphs. I need you to. I'm not going to read these to you. I need you to read these. Bless your heart. I need you to read and answer the questions. This should not be very complicated for you. I think this will be pretty simple. So just read and answer the question. This is another easy one. All you're doing here is reading this right here. Reading this right here. Okay? This is the scenario. And you're picking the best letter that represents this. Okay? The same thing over here. Look at this. It's between x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 4. So where's x equal to 2? Along the bottom is right here. So from here to x is equal to 4, which is down here. Choose the best response. Choose the best thing that happened from when x is equal to 2 to x is equal to 4. Okay? Here you're going to sketch the graph. Based on what is said here, sketch the graph to represent this scenario. Turn over on the back. You're going to describe the change in the amount over time. So you're talking about what's going on in this graph. Okay, here, you're going to sketch the graph based on the scenario. And then here again, you're going to describe what is happening in the graph. Okay? Same thing, you're going to answer these questions. Any questions about what I'm asking you to do? This is just reading graphs. Yes, baby. Somebody was after, thank Peyton. So you're after this, you're after him right here. All right, let's go ahead and get that done. After you finish with this, I want you to work on the study guide. Okay? We have tomorrow to work on the study guide. It has unit at the top, yes.